Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
And what we got in this video is our first look at NCIS Season 17, Episode 18. This is an episode for all of you Jack Sloane fans out there. It's not so much, it may not be a Slibs episode, but it's very much a Sloane episode. And I believe you are saying that you are one of these Jack Sloane fans.
That's right.
And
I don't make it any secret.
No.
I love her.
And Sloane's daughter is making an appearance. Now, we have seen Sloane's daughter mentioned a few times as of late. She will actually be there in the flesh in this episode. She's mentioned in the synopsis. We will explain why as we dive into this video. But before we do, if you enjoy this discussion, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you missed it, Jess and I, a couple of days ago, we talked a little bit about episode 17, which is the first episode back after this hiatus that's airing on March 10th. This episode is entitled Schooled, and it is airing on March 17th.
Yeah, so a little ways to wait still.
A little ways, but not too bad, and it's well worth waiting for because Sloane's daughter's coming back, and we don't really know why. We have a little bit of a mystery here.
Yep. So what we know is that Sloane's going to be caught off guard because Faith is going to have an unexpected request. Yeah. So, I mean, that could be a lot of different things. I saw the picture on the press site, and one of my theories before when she asked for some of that medical information was that maybe she's pregnant and that she wanted to get some information on sort of the family history, know what could be coming up for her kid or herself, and sort of all of that sort of good stuff that people do want to know about or could want to know about when they get pregnant. I looked at that photo because I was like, okay, here we go. Let's see. Is my theory right? Is she pregnant? She's sitting down and she has a coat on, and her coat is kind of pulled forward a little bit and it's covering stuff. So maybe my theory's still in play. I don't know. If it is, then I'm wondering if the unexpected request is to ask Sloane to come back into her life in some kind of way. We did see her give a Valentine, so she gave the medical information to her daughter. Her daughter dipped out for a little while. Then Faith put forward some good faith, see what I did there, and sent the Valentine, which I thought was really great. It was the best part of the episode for me, the Valentine's Day. And now she's here and she's asking for a request. I don't think she's coming back to just ask for more favors.
Yeah, I think at a certain point you would get to kind of a favor expiration date where if you just sort of keep coming back to Sloane and be like, can you do this for me? And Sloane's not really getting anything in return. I think eventually that would just make us feel bad for Sloane. And I don't think we also just want to look at Faith as a character and be like, okay, why is she just taking advantage of Jack all the time? Because we like Jack, and, you know, she's faced some tough decisions in her life. And it's understandable why Faith may feel a certain way towards her. But I think we need to see growth for these characters. We need to see change. I think the majority of the viewers out there, they probably want these two characters to have a relationship. It almost feels a little bit like that John Stamos comedy, Grandfathered, where all of a sudden like he has like a son and a grandkid potentially in his life. Now all of a sudden Sloane can be a mother and a grandmother at the same time.
You love John Stamos so much. Every video somehow ends up like, woo, John Stamos.
The funniest thing is I feel like I did not mention John Stamos in any videos until the Masked Singers came up. And now I'm like mentioning John Stamos all the time.
You love him.
John Stamos, I can be your publicist. I'm just saying, but no, it would be fun though to see Sloane sort of as a parent, a grandparent. Cool. But where do you think she could get some advice as to how to deal with this? Because maybe Sloane hears, maybe she gets a call or a text from Faith or something, and it's like, hey, you want to meet up? And then she's nervous. Could she go to Gibbs for some advice?
Well, I think she's going to anyways. I mean, their characters are friends and more on the show.
Question mark.
Oh, you're back in the river.
I'm still on the road to Slim Street here. It's just the relationship is not presently defined. But we know they care about each other.
Anyways, they are friends and they do care about each other. And she has gone to him already to talk about this stuff. So I think, of course, she's going to talk to him. I'm not sure that this is really an episode that's going to have some real sort of slibs moments, but I
Yeah.
think it's going to have some slibs friendship and
For sure.
and relationship to talk about stuff like this. And I mean, he can give her some advice and she can not take it probably, because we've seen her before where she's had these sort of interactions with Faith and she's not always taken the advice. She's taken some, but
Yeah.
not all.
Yeah, I think she can get some. I think Gibbs is a good person to talk to still. You know, he has been through a lot. I think Vance is a good person for her to talk to.
Where's Vance? Listen, this is a good episode
Yeah.
for Vance to be here because he also has a really good friendship with her and he is good at giving advice as well. So let's get some Vance back.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of over him just being completely absent on the
Yeah.
show.
Let's not ask Nick Torres for advice to how to deal with this situation, because I don't know if Torres has the right amount of life experience to handle a situation that is this delicate.
Why do you think Faith is back? She's going to have her unexpected request. What do you think it is?
I think it could be a couple of different things. I think it could be related to some extent to her job, where maybe she's looking for something else to do in life. Maybe she's asking Sloane for a little bit of help with that. Maybe she wants to know more about what Sloane went through, because maybe she's having sort of a existential crisis in her own life and she wants to understand more of some of the decisions that Sloane made way back when. That could be a possibility. I mean, obviously the idea of her becoming a parent herself is something that could lead to some conversations, but maybe it's not a huge life change for her. Maybe it is that maybe one of her friends lost a parent or something like that, and they had a conversation with her about how they wish they could have some time back, and maybe that's just caused Faith to think a little bit differently about her relationship with Sloane, who's already made it clear that, you know, she would like to have some sort of relationship with Faith.
Yeah, I think it was going to take Faith some time, and I think that the show has given us an adequate amount of time. We've seen them have their first sort of fallout where Faith was like, nope, not having you. Then she came and asked for this medical stuff and Sloane gave it to her, and that built that little next step. Then we had Faith give the Valentine, which then she built that step. I think it's time at this point. I was really hoping for something like this to come around at the end of this season, to just that we're on our way now, that they're building just a relationship.
Let's get into the case of the week here for a minute, because there is something more that's happening. It's not as character specific or as exciting, just because we know Sloane and we want this to work out well for Sloane.
Yeah, we do.
But the team is going to be looking for answers, because there's going to be a body, of course this is NCIS, of a well-regarded Navy technician. Also, this is NCIS, who is in the reserves. And this body is found floating in a lake where a popular community event is being held. Now, to me, this is about to get really dark. It feels almost like this is like one of those, and now it's time for the annual father-son fishing tournament, and then like somebody accidentally like hooks a body, and then the body comes like floating up. It just, I mean, there aren't a lot of community events that are going to be happening in the middle of a lake, and all of a sudden someone's going to stumble upon a body.
Well, it could be like family picnic type thing with the community, like a party, bring the whole neighborhood together. We do that on Slib Street, where we all just have a big party and everyone's invited except you.
I'm there. I'm rowing in the river, where apparently I run into a body at some point along the way, but maybe it is like a boat race. Maybe Gibbs is like has his boat out there, and then they stumble. This is really macabre, this video, but
well, it's NCIS. As light as NCIS is, it is still a show about murder.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, this is going to be yet another... I mean, there is an interesting question here, though, including, did this body get dumped there with the intention of it being found at this event?
Yeah, it's true.
Or was this body maybe dumped there a few weeks ago, and maybe this person wasn't, like, flipping through their guide of local town events and didn't realize that it was going to be discovered there in a few weeks?
Yeah, I am curious what the community event is, even though it probably won't play a big role in it.
No.
But, you know, is it a farmer's market that happens every weekend or something kind of along those lines? I know in our community, once a year we have a big, huge event that's a big lemon festival that happens here, and everybody comes together and brings all their lemon wares.
It's true.
It's true.
Maybe there's gonna be. Maybe they'll have a random fruit that is having around the DC festival. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why they'd be going out in the lake for that. But it's still maybe it's a. I don't know. I was about to say there's a fruit that grows in a lake, but I was like, what kind of fruit grows in a lake?
I'll pass on the fruit lake.
Okay, well, there's a dead body in this lake. You don't want to go out there anyway. But anyhow, that's what you can expect on NCIS Season 17, Episode 18. The body may happen under different circumstances than I've specified or theorized here. But anyway, what are you guys excited to see in this episode? Let us know in the comments, and if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store, and we'll see you here next time.